Hello, welcome on board. My name is Stanley, and in today's class, we're going to go through the theoretical aspect of graphic design. First of all, as a graphic designer or someone who is considering the skill of being a graphic designer, you need to know the meaning of your skill before you even consider going into the skill. So, what is graphic design? What is graphic design? Graphic design is the ability to create visual concepts. That means things that people can see for you to create them using a computer software. So graphic design simply means you create things that people can see using a computer software. And we have different kinds of computer software that we use in for our graphic design. We have Photoshop, we have Pixlr, we have Canva. So in this class, I'm going to train you how to be a professional graphic designer using Canva. The major aim, one time someone argued with me was like, which of the graphic design tool is the best tool to handle your graphics? Then I told the person, I was like, the major issue here is not about the tool, rather the major issue here is about the designer behind the app. So you shouldn't allow anyone to deceive you that you become using Photoshop, you will actually become a very great graphic designer. So graphic design is the ability to create visual concepts using a computer software to communicate ideas. So you are creating things that people can see using a software to communicate ideas that inspire, inform, and also captivate people, attract people's attention. So that's the meaning of graphic design. Very simple. So we have two kinds of graphic design. We have static graphics and motion graphics. Static graphics, for example, let me give you an example. Your flyer design, business card design falls under static graphics. The reason why it falls under is because this design, the end product, cannot be played in a video format. Motion graphics are graphics that you can actually play. For example, I don't know if you've gone through online or maybe you've seen an Instagram ad where you see the background, the words on the video are being typed. So that's the motion graphics. It's not on that static graphics. So that's the simple form of the meaning of static graphics and motion graphics. You can say static graphics is any kind of graphics that cannot be played in a video format, while motion graphics is a graphic design end product that can be played in a video format. But in this class, I'm going to show you how to become a static graphic designer, a professional one. So the basic rules, what are the basic rules of graphic design? We have alignment, hierarchy, contrast, and repetition. These rules, as a graphic designer, you need to have them at the back of your mind, because if you don't follow these rules, you can't achieve a nice result in your graphic design. So what are the meaning of these words here that we have? So the explanation of the rules. Number one, we have alignment. I'm the kind of teacher that like explaining orally, because during the time I started my graphic design journey, I observed that some of the tutorials, some of the books that I read concerning graphic design, I didn't really understand much until I went through video format, watching different coach explaining these statements to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain what alignment means, give with examples to you. Alignment in graphic design, if you check this, everything I wrote on this place, if you check this left hand side downwards, you observe that everything is straight, while this right hand side, this one is inside. You can see this section is not properly aligned, but this section is straight, it's very straight. So as a graphic designer, alignment is one thing you should put into consideration. If you need a network, you need to work with alignment. That's the best thing I can say. If you need a network in your graphics, you can have a professional result. You can have a nice background, have a nice write-up, have the best graphic design. But if you don't follow this rule called alignment rule, your design will be so rough. So look at this example. If you check, my name is John. I went to school yesterday when I was very young. If you check, this place is properly aligned. The right hand side also is properly aligned. So let's look at this one that is not properly aligned. If you see, my name is John. I went to school yesterday when I was very young. Please pardon me. It's just for tutorial purposes. So I didn't really look into the sentence I wrote. So if you check, this one is not properly aligned, this one is inside, this one is outside. So if as a graphic designer, alignment is one thing you should obey in all your designs. Don't worry, all these rules that I'm explaining to you now, when I start designing tomorrow, as you are following my tutorial, you see each and every of these rules, and me myself as a professional designer, I'm still applying these rules to my design to achieve a better result. The next one is hierarchy. The best way to explain this rule is I don't know the best way to explain it. For example, in military, you observe that we have different ranks in military, and the ranks the oga at the top. So what we do here, hierarchy. How can you use hierarchy? How can you apply hierarchy to your design? I don't know if you see some designs, you observe that a particular word in the design is very big. Hierarchy is being used to lay emphasis on a design. How do you use hierarchy to lay emphasis on a design with a particular word? You can increase the size of the word. For example, here I said emphasis, size or weight. You can increase the size or the weight. That's how you can apply hierarchy to the design. For example, if you check here, let's take for example how this was a graphic design and what I was on the design. This man, the reason why this one is very small is because that word is not important, that important in the design. The reason why this one is more bigger than this is because this one is more important than this one. Why? The reason why this one is very big is because this is the main focus, this is the major area, this is the message I'm trying to pass to the people that I'm designing for my audience. The next one is contrast. The initial state of my design journey, I was mistaking these two words, contrast and hierarchy. Contrast and hierarchy. What's the meaning of contrast? Contrast and hierarchy is almost the same thing. Well, just listen to me, you know the meaning. Contrast, you can use contrast. The way to apply contrast, this contrast rule to your design is you can apply it through color. If you check this first man here, the color is dull. If you look at these three words here, you observe that the first one your eye will go to is the one with the sharper color. The next one you go to this one, while your eye will go to this other one. So that's how you can really apply contrast to your design. You can use color to kind of make people to attract attention towards the main message of the design. So that's the meaning of contrast. The next graphic design rule is our repetition. This rule, if you don't follow it as a graphic designer, you will have lots of issues. If you check this one and this one, they are all the same size. If you check the space between each of these words, you observe that they are the same size too. If you check these circles, this shape, they are all the same size. The way you can really apply repetition to your design, for example, when you get to the icon section, for example, if you want to put a Facebook icon, your Twitter icon, your WhatsApp icon, it's unadvisable and unprofessional to leave one of the icons bigger than one. No, make sure all of the icons are on the same size. And also you can apply repetition and consistency. Repetition and consistency is the same thing. You can apply repetition and consistency in branding. For example, glow, we all know that the brand color of glow is green. So just imagine you're handling a design for glow tomorrow. You using red for their design, you've automatically keep the consistency in the brand because the logo color is green. So you using any other color aside from green simply means you've disobeyed this rule. So that's how you can apply repetition or consistency on the size of your element or the content on your design or the color of the design. So those are the rules of graphic design. Very simple. These are the major rules that professional graphic designers follow. If you don't know these rules, you will not achieve a nice graphic. So check, that's why I started with the theoretical aspect before jumping into the design tool that we're going to be using and me explaining all the section of the graphic design tool we are going to be using. In this tutorial, we're going to use Canva. Canva is a great design tool. It's a tool you can use templates on Canva, but I'm a professional graphic designer. Graphic designers I feel graphic designers, as a graphic designer, you shouldn't make use of template. The reason why I don't train my students to make use of template is because it kills your creativity as a graphic designer. Sorry. So we have types of design. We have logo design, we have flyer design, we have business card design, we have other kinds of designs. That's why I wrote etc here. So these are the picture. This is a logo design picture example. Another logo design, we have two kinds of logo design. We have two kinds of logo design. We have a 2D logo design and a 3D logo design. Don't worry, in this class, as we're going on, during our logo design class and flyer design class of next week Saturday, I'm going to show you the difference between these two kinds of design. So the next one is a flyer design. Yes, we have a flyer design and we have a business card design. We have other kinds of design. You can do research too on the kinds of design. We have brochure, we have infography. All those are different kinds of graphic design. You can also browse about it. So that's it for today. This is the end of the tutorial section. No need for you to know more. These are the major basic areas you need to know as a graphic designer if you want to achieve a good result. These are the rules professionals like us go through. We don't go outside this rule. Immediately you go against any of these rules, automatically your design will be very poor. I mean very poor. That's to show you how powerful these rules are. So that's the end of our tutorial explanation for our graphic design class. Thank you for watching.